Welcome to the video arm wrestling fans. I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News. This is going to be a result video for East versus West 3. If time permits, I'm also going to add photos on top of that. And thank you very much Engin Terzi for putting up such an awesome event. It was a $14 pay-per-view on coresports.tv. The stream, talking about the stream, it was perfect in the beginning and in the end. In the middle for two matches, I would say it was really bad, it was lagging, but overall experience, it was really amazing. And this is the only video that you need to watch to know about all the matches. Of course, if you want to watch free pirated streams, you're not going to like this, but otherwise, you're going to enjoy this video for sure. Talking about my predictions, I got 9 or 10 out of 13 correct. First match, Derek Smith versus Artem Morozov. Everyone was expecting Derek Smith to beat Artem Morozov based on his recent performance against Tim Brezhnev. But Artem Morozov surprised us all. Like, he did not even let Derek Smith slip. In the first two rounds, he flashed Derek Smith. In the round 1, Derek was kind of complaining that he missed the go, but by round 2 it was quite clear that Morozov was really strong. He was just flash pinning Derek Smith, it wasn't even close. And round 3, Morozov hooked Derek Smith, looked at him, and pinned him to the side with relative ease. It was like 50-60% effort. I'm sure it was more than that, but it looked like it was only 50% effort. Next match, Marcio BARBOZA versus SAHIP ÇAÐLAR from Turkey. So everyone was saying that Marcio is not going to lose to a guy that we have never heard about. So that was the score as well. I think they agreed to start in the straps, and Marcio was able to top roll SAHIP ÇAÐLAR 3 times in a row, and he did beat him quite convincingly. So PRUDNIK versus Tobias SPORRONG, left-handed match. Everyone was expecting PRUDNIK to win this match, but it did not go that way. Round 1, PRUDNIK went to catch Tobias. Instead of going back, he went to catch Tobias, and Tobias never stops with his hits. He never stopped, he kept hitting, and then PRUDNIK elbow fouled. Round 2, once again, he kept hitting, he took his hand and pinned him. Like with 2-3 surges, hard surges, he pinned him. And round 2, PRUDNIK decided that hooking him is not going to work, so he decided to go back. So when he decided to go back, Tobias, we all know that has a 150 kg grip strength. So he kept his hands really tight and pressed him to the side. Round 2, it was also a win for Tobias SPORRONG. And round 3, again, PRUDNIK was desperately fighting. And Tobias was hitting really hard, 4, 5, 6 surges, and then PRUDNIK elbow fouled, but again after the restart, Tobias pinned him with a top roll. 3-0 victory for Tobias SPORRONG. We know PRUDNIK's left is not his right, but still beating PRUDNIK 3-0, a youngcomer like Tobias, it is a really great achievement that he should be proud of, and I'm quite sure that he will be proud of this. So Artem Morozov versus Matt Mask. I think it was a big mismatch. Artem Morozov was just totally dominating, controlling Matt Mask. It was not even close. Only one round, first round, Matt Mask was able to slip, but after that, it was total domination. Like, Artem was just controlling him, looking at him, allowing him to work, and just pinning him casually to the side. So Artem won both of the matches, left-handed against Matt Mask and right-handed against Derek Smith quite convincingly. It almost looked like, no disrespect, but it almost looked like that Artem is going against some amateurs. So next match, Zurab Tavberidze versus KÖMEK. Round 1, KÖMEK almost top rolled Zurab, but Zurab did stop him like this, about 2 inches from the pad. Then he slowly brought him back and just side pressured, just like Todd Hutchings does. He just side pressured through him. And next round, again same story, he did stop him. And in the end, Zurab won that match 3-0. It was I would not say it was a dominant win. It was a really hard win. KÖMEK gave him a really good fight. We all know from Turkey, he's a really great top roller. But Zurab is a world champion at 85 kilos, and right now he's 100 kilo. So his wrist always looks susceptible, but you just cannot beat him even if you take his wrist. He just jams here and keeps pushing sideways. So Zurab is a really great arm wrestler. And getting top rolled is not his fault. He's only 5'8" and competing against guys who are 120-125 kilos. So he is going to get top rolled. It is really difficult to prevent that. So next match we have Linn versus Davit Samushia. Round 1, Paul surprised David with a very fast hook. This is why I said my predictions were either 9 or 10 correct, because Earlier I predicted Paul to win, then I changed my prediction because they agreed to start in a hook. I said if they're going to start in a hook, then I'm going to go with David Samushia 3-0, otherwise I'm going to go with Paul Linn in that match. So I thought that they're going to start in a hook, but then David Samushia changed his mind last time during the press conference and they did not start in a hook. So this is why in this match I think my prediction was wrong, or I can say that it was right as well, because earlier I was predicting Paul Linn to win. So Paul Linn surprised him with a high hook round 1 and he flash pinned. Almost, I think we can call it a flash pin. It was in less than 1 second. And round 2 and 3, David Samushia put the brakes on Paul Linn, like it was that much from the pad, and he brought Paul Linn and he defeated him in a hook. Round 4, again Paul Linn surprised everyone. He defeated David Samushia again with a really fast high hook. And round 5, it was a similar thing, really fast high hook inside the straps. Paul Linn was able to beat David Samushia, and Paul Linn was really fired up. He's a nice guy, but he's just way too much energetic at the table. I love it, really, absolutely love it. Paul Linn, your winner, 3-2. And in this event, East versus West, 5 matches were won by East and 5 were won by West. So both of them were kind of equal. West were saying that they're going to sweep. East was also saying that they're going to sweep. Nothing happened. Both of them were equal. Arif, Ertem versus Krasimir, Kostadinov. Krasi needs to pull in his own weight class. Arif was undefeated against Krasi before this match, and he was undefeated even after this match. Arif just dominated Krasimir. All 3 flash pins, top roll pins, and few of them without the straps, and 1 or 2 I think in the strap as well. 3-0, really fast. I think combined all of the matches lasted 1 second. So way too much for Krasimir. He had nothing. Arif was the winner. Arif is the recent WAF 2021 and also 2019 gold medalist. So that tells you a lot. He's a WAF champion in the super heavy division, and he was 150 kilos. Krasi was only 104 kilos. So he needs to compete in his own weight class, and easy victory for Arif. So Marcio BARBOZA versus Tobias SPORRONG. Round 1, Marcio hooked him and defeated him quite easily. Then Tobias came back with the top roll. Then again another victory with the top roll. Then Marcio BARBOZA with the hook win in the last 2 rounds. So Marcio BARBOZA was able to beat, but Tobias was giving Marcio a really good fight in the hook as well, which was quite surprising to many people. Marcio won both of his matches, left and right-handed, and the other guy was Artem MOROZOV. He also won both of his left and right-handed matches. Next up we had PRUDNIK versus Matt Mask. There was a lot of complaints going on in this match during the setup. It was almost like John versus Devon Ladd. So Matt Mask was complaining a lot. He was dropping F-bombs. He was like really mad at PRUDNIK. He was saying that PRUDNIK is taking everything in the setup, because when round 1 started, PRUDNIK was just like that. He was almost ready to put Matt's hand in his own pocket, like that much close to him, and it looked completely dominant. Round 2, same story. As round started, and PRUDNIK, I don't know what he was doing with his arm. Like sometimes he was going low, sometimes he was going up. He was just playing with Matt Mask. It wasn't even close. Round 2, same way. Round 3, PRUDNIK moved twice in the referee's grip. And actually PRUDNIK gave Matt Mask a head rub. Even though Matt was really pissed, he still rubbed Matt's head in that round. And that was, I thought, man, they are going to start a fist fight here. So that round was also very dominant. Round 3, he moved twice in the referee's grip. So the score was 2-1. Round 3 we did not get to see. Round 4, sorry, final round. Because the stream was lagging, but PRUDNIK won that round. How? I do not know about that. I'm not so sure, because in the live stream, in the press conference, PRUDNIK said that he's going to do some wrist curls with Matt as well. And it looked like the way he was arm wrestling Matt, maybe he could have done that wrist curl in the final round. We don't know that. So Michael Todd versus Revaz Lutidze. Michael Todd needed to win that match if he still wanted to be one of the top elite super heavyweights, because Revaz Lutidze is someone who is not in the top 15, who is not in the top 20, and nobody knew Revaz Lutidze. He's someone who just got off the couch in 5 years, never competed for 5 years, and still he defeated Michael Todd. My heart was completely broken. I kind of wanted Michael Todd to win, but man, that was really bad. Michael was in a full straight Kings move. Round 1, actually, it was surprising. Michael with just a back pressure hit, and he was just casually holding Revaz Lutidze, and it looked like it is over. Revaz cannot do anything, and Revaz gave up the first round. After that, round 2, it was a full-blown King's move from Michael. This is what we like to see. And right now, Michael cannot complain that he was not using his King's move. He was looking at the way how he wants to win to maybe make some people happy. But it was not the case. Michael was in a full-blown King's move, straight arm King's move. But it was legal because the shoulder was above the table. And that is all that matters. Still, Revaz Lutidze was able to pin him. And round 3 also, Revaz was able to get behind his shoulder and beat him. After that, Michael, I think, won the 4th round on fouls, so the score was 2-2. The 5th round was also a long 1 or 2 minute battle at least, and Revaz Lutidze was getting closer and closer, completely behind his shoulder, and he was able to press Michael Todd. So Revaz Lutidze pressed Michael Todd to the pad 3 times, and he was the winner. So what do we have next? And man, I felt really bad for Michael Todd. Something is off with Michael Todd. He is not good at the elite level anymore. Todd Hutchings versus Irakli ZIRAKASHVILI. As everyone expected, Todd Hutchings rubbed Irakli's head. It was dominant wins. Like round 1, as expected, Irakli slightly took his wrist, but Todd, once he starts applying that side pressure, he never stops. Todd never stopped and pinned him to the side. Round 2, Irakli got a really good position, like this. He was almost like this, over the top of Todd's hand, and good pronation, but he still couldn't do anything. Todd again applied side pressure, never stopped, pinned him. Round 3, it was not a flash pin, but he pinned him in like less than 2 seconds. So very comfortable win for Todd Hutchings against Irakli ZIRAKASHVILI. Then Dave Chaffee versus Genadi KVIKVINIA. I was messaging everyone about this match, like messaging Engin, messaging Travis, messaging Ryan Bowen, that today Genadi KVIKVINIA is going to crack Dave Chaffee. And how did that match go? First 2 rounds, dominant top roll win from Dave Chaffee against Genadi KVIKVINIA. And I was live commentating on the match. Ryan Bowen was also live commentating on the match. And Ryan Bowen was just thrashing me online on his channel like, Pradeep, what's up Pradeep? Where is Pradeep now? But then we saw something change. Genadi KVIKVINIA sensed something. He was no more sitting at the corner, no more getting his hand rubbed. He was just walking, raging like a bull back and forth. He wanted to get back on the table as soon as possible. Round 3, he did stop Dave and he did bring him back and beat him. I don't think he beat him with a pin, but he did stop him twice, and Dave Chaffee elbow fouled twice. Seeing that there is nothing that can be done now, I think one of them was intentional fouls from Dave, because he cannot do anything after that, after the match stopped. So 2-1 for Dave Chaffee. But Genadi is slowly coming back at this point of time. Next round, in a hook, Dave Chaffee was stopped by Genadi in a hook, and Genadi just brought him back and defeated him. Round 5 also, by that time I already told the chat to go to Ryan Bowen's page and just spam in the comments telling what's up. I called Ryan Bowen during the live stream as well. Man, that was getting exciting. So after that, round 5. Dave Chaffee was again stopped by Genadi in a hook, and this time Genadi just slammed Dave Chaffee to the side. I don't think it has ever happened before that somebody just slamming Dave Chaffee to the side in a hook. But Genadi KVIKVINIA did say that, and Genadi promised us before the match that do not worry, he is going to win that match, and he did deliver on the promise. So Genadi KVIKVINIA won that match 3-2. The final, the main event, John Brzenk versus Zurab Tavberidze. When Zurab Tavberidze defeated Ron by 3-2, he told us after that he had COVID. That is why the match was close, and right now he's about 50% stronger than what he used to be. Of course, it is an unrealistic number, but still, we wanted to see how that match is going to go, because he promised that he's going to beat John Brzenk, the GOAT. And round 1, he forced the hook, or maybe John intentionally wanted to go in a hook because he saw that it is inevitable. He was in a good offensive position. John was trying to go back, but he couldn't because his finger pressure was really great from Zurab Tavberidze. And after that, when John tried to roll out, he busted his wrist, and then after that, when he saw his wrist going back, Zurab intentionally gave his wrist and just pushed forward. And John Brzenk was pinned. He didn't even realize that he got pinned. And people were saying in the chat, man, that is one of the most ugly pins. I would not say it is ugly, but yeah, really smart. Zurab was not going down anymore. He just pushed him straight to the side while he was trying to roll out of his hand. Second round, John Brzenk got aggressive and he high hooked him and just single surge pinned him to the side. So 1-1. Next round again, he forced the hook. He was aggressive in the hook, and John again tried to roll out. Same thing. He pushed John while he was trying to slip, and John Brzenk was pinned one more time. So the score was 2-1. Again, John Brzenk came back with a high hook and almost single surge pinned Zurab Tavberidze to the side. Next up, we had the 5th round, and it was the moment whether Zurab is going to fulfill his promise or not, but he came short. John Brzenk proved why he is the GOAT. This time they slipped and went to the straps, and inside the straps, John Brzenk controlled his hand, and there was a moment where there was a huge elbow pop, at least that much from the pad from John Brzenk, and it was missed by the referees or either intentionally not called, and that cost Zurab Tavberidze that match, because before that he stopped John Brzenk right here, an inch from the pad. Zurab stopped John Brzenk like this and he brought him back, and then John Brzenk elbow fouled, but it was not called. After that, John gained good hand control, good height, and just pressed him to the side. And it is kind of okay, because last time Ron Bath was screwed by the referees. Maybe he would have beaten Zurab Tavberidze. This time Zurab was screwed by the referees. Maybe he could have defeated John Brzenk, but John was looking promising, and so that the score is even. Last time he benefited from a wrong call. This time he lost because of a wrong call maybe. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Pradeep, and I thank you so much for watching.